Let me just set everything up. See if it automatically turns on. Alright, I think it's all working now. Okay, sorry, I just had to set everything up. It's always the beginning of the stream. Alright, Barsad. Yes, I just saw it coming in, so I'll put your name on the list, okay? So your list's already on for tonight, Barsad. Ravender, how you doing? So good to hear from you. How are you? Like I'm doing well, you know. Ups and downs as a light worker right now, but I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? Haven't heard from you in some time. Let me just I'm just giving people the chance to come in. So I'm just slowly gonna get the pick a card reading for the collective. Slowly gonna get it ready. During this live, I'm also available for personal readings. Hi, Basad. Good that you're here. I add your name to the list. So your name is on the list. So I'm first gonna do the collective pick a card reading, and then I'm going to start with your reading tonight. I mean, I can, I know your other name, but I'm just gonna keep it at the username unless, you want me to use your first name. Just let me know what you're comfortable with. Ooh, this is good. All right, Ruby. All right, let's do that. We're working our ways up to one of the, most intense new moons of the year. That is Scorpio new moon. Now, it's not necessarily the most powerful one because it's an eclipse or because there's, yes, there are some conjunctions going on, sorry. But it's just Scorpio new moon is just it's a vibe. Okay, and I don't know, it's in October and November the veil is at its thinnest, then we're working our ways up towards the 11 level portal on Saturday, and just there's a lot of energies active at this moment. There's also a lot happening in the world and everybody's sort of quite reactive. But I think that in the midst of it all, it's also important to stay grounded within ourselves and just have those check-in moments. Maybe less than normally, maybe, the outside world does intend to either need our attention or we want to be out there, we want to be up to date and all of that. That's good, but just make sure that you also have those check-in moments with yourself. I think that's good. All right, Ravender. I'm glad you are okay. And of course, you're more than welcome for a reading, as always. Just not, I'm sensing you're not really, a happy self at the moment. Yeah, that's, like I said, the energies, they go like this. That's why I felt like, let me just show up. I am working on some, content for, this channel. So maybe monthly, but I'm working on the 2024 readings. But I do want to like show up now and then because these months it's very intense. The energy is quite intense. So I just felt I had to show up tonight. So hopefully it will help. Also, if you're watching this afterwards, there's no problem at all. I'm just gonna go this one and this one. Do double up Moonology cards tonight because, or today, I don't know what time it is with you guys, but for me it's nighttime. Because of this moon energy at this moment. Birthgani is here as well. Thank you for love. I haven't seen you in some time. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, definitely. Hi, Candace. You're also here. Yep, it's pretty intense. I'm going up and down. So that's why. Let's have a moment together. We're just checking in with ourselves, with each other. Same. Alright, let's see. It's also this week, yes. You got a lot going on as well. Yeah. Right now it's like if you get a moment of sort of peace or chill, it's like a blessing. It's a moment in time. Let me get some tarot in it as well. Yes. Wow. I understand that, Ruby. I actually had, I don't know if you had that like today or one of these days. I literally had a dream, a very vivid dream last night. And I was also, I wasn't, yeah, I was kind of, in a way I was running, but it was all about where I was running from. And I'm not normally a runner in my dreams. I'm like pretty head on, and it's always like conversations and things like that, and I talk a lot in my sleep. And I also lucid dream a lot, so definitely since a child I was like that creepy kid that walked around the house. Sit straight up in bed just talking, eyes open, but I was asleep. But it's definitely that energy. It's like wanting to just get away from something, wanting something is coming at you, like just wanted to remove yourself from certain energies. And that's a little bit what I'm feeling. It's like back and forth, like we want to be aware, but at the same time also don't want to lean into the energies too much. So it's like a balancing act constantly, especially if you're sensitive, you're empathic, you know, like all of that. It's just it's really it's an intense balancing act. Wow. It also had like this thing in my dream where I was seeing someone familiar, but they were hanging with a certain group where they also showed up differently. So I'm sensing that that could have to do with you knowing a certain person in a certain way, but then seeing the coin. That's something I feel for the collective. It's like we were kind of revealing both sides of the coin, but this also could be very personal. Other aspects to you, other sides to you that maybe are asleep. You know, for example, when you are single for a long period of time, it's like one side of you really, you know, is on the forefront. You know, shows up and shows up in certain platonic relationships and things. But when you get into a deep, intense romantic relationship, another side of you awakens, another side of you comes up, and then you get to work on that side of the coin. That's a little bit of what I'm feeling as well at this moment in time. It's like we're getting a lot of like looking at the other side, like seeing things from a different point of view, and then deciding whether that is something we can you know, we can connect with, or something that makes us kind of want to run. So, okay. So I have 3 cards. I'm gonna flip them over. I have 4, so I don't know which one. The one is going back. Okay. Yes. Well, it's good. I think it's good overall to definitely do your energy work and also what works for you, and know that you strongly connect to on a personal level. I definitely do like send out a lot of like healing energy, do a lot of meditation and things like that in the background. I try to do whatever I can possibly to energetically, cleanse energies and help and send healing, and, something on the other side of the coin. There's a lot of one side coming up now, but it's important that you put weight on the other side of the scale in order to like balance the energy out. All right. I don't know. We got some people in here right now. I am going to start to pick a card reading. So if you have a certain question, if you just want some guidance, if you just open for any general message that, comes through, just tune in for a little bit. You can pause this live stream, or you can pause the reading if you watch this afterwards, after I've uploaded it. Um, this is the first group, the second, and the third. And just, tune in for a moment and see whatever you feel guided to choose tonight. Also, you can pick 2 if that's something you feel guided. You're like, you know what, number 1, but also number 3. It's like, that's totally okay as well. There might be something from each reading that you can take with you. All right. Oh, that's so sweet, Ruby. I really appreciate that, you saying that to me. I think overall it's good to get things out. We'll talk about that during your personal I'm going to do after the pick card reading. All right, let's begin. I'm going to start off with the first group. Group number 1. What do you got going on? The star. You guys got the star card. All right, so digging deep. Digging deep is what I'm hearing. We're digging deep. 8 of emotion. Wow. Something is coming for you guys. Be bold and make the first move. The cardinal energy is coming through. So you might be a cardinal, or you may have wanted to start something during the cardinal season. It could be Cancer season or Libra season or Aries season when it comes to this year. But let's see. It came together with the South Node energy. So that could definitely be Libra season, like something you activated in Libra season because of the South Node right now is in Libra. So combined with that, I think overall, let's just take it a little bit, wider. And maybe it is during this period of time while we're working with the Libra South Node, and that's something that you're working through. But let's get the last card. It says past life. It's past life energy connected to the South Node. It's like your South Node is something that you used to work towards, or used to focus on, or have like a lot of in your life in the past life. So you're healing past life trauma or past life energies or past life grief or sadness or guilt. You're working through something. All right, let's just tune in for a moment. I'm going to read the 8 of emotion for you guys. 8 of emotion. It says, you feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. In your heart, you know that there's more out there waiting for you in this world. It may be time to switch careers, move to a new home or a completely new city, or initiate other important changes. Do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life. Wow, that's very, very powerful, especially because it comes with this card and it says be bold. Be bold. Like, no small talk, no small steps. It's like, it's okay to take small step, obviously, but it's like, if you feel the need to really make a big change or a big shift, or you feel ready for this, then they're letting you know, like, be bold, like take that step. And it's like you're stepping towards something that's more emotional, in alignment with you, more fulfilling, like you feel like you have room to grow. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like some of you living underneath a glass ceiling, and every time you kind of reach it, you kind of have to, dim the light a little bit in order to have room and space. But I feel like you guys can definitely grow, and there needs to be room. And I feel like you're about to like create space to grow, to learn, to evolve, and it all towards something that's way more in alignment with your inner compass is what I'm hearing, like your inner guidance, the thing that you feel guided to do. It makes you happy, that thing that you're meant to do, or that person, or that city you're supposed to connect to energetically. Because energies and places, like, sorry, places and cities and countries, they hold energy. And sometimes it can fit you for like 18 years or 25 years, and then all of a sudden you can sense it. It's like, it's time for me to grow, it's time for me to try something different. Or you actually go on vacation somewhere, and all of a sudden that mind, maybe you had like a lot of mind fog, like, you couldn't think clearly, you couldn't focus, and then you're there, and all of a sudden you can like reach all these thoughts, and you can like think clearly, and you see things clearly, and you get motivated. It's because that energy from that space actually has a very positive effect on your well-being. That sometimes happens, you know and you have like this instant like home feeling, because it's not only coming, going on vacation and like having a good time and having free time and away from your daily stress and routines, but it is something deeper than that. It's like almost like, I know this place. I mean, I know that I don't know exactly what street I'm on, but it feels so familiar. I feel so interconnected to this space. I never want to leave. Like, I don't want to go. I want to stay here. you know it's that energy we can sometimes feel with a place. So that familiarity, sorry, you can feel that with a person, you can feel that with a job, you can feel that with a certain education, or whatever shape or form. But follow that, because I feel like you guys are really in tune with that. So that's for the first something, and they say this situation involves past life manners. So you're maybe now getting a chance to do the thing never got to do before, or actually be, like, grow where you always wanted to go. But overall, they're just letting you know, like, hey, if you feel the itch and you can sense like it's time for me to do something different, I'm kind of a little scared and afraid, but in like a good way maybe. Should I try it? Should I go? I, I see the signs, but I don't know if it's exactly for this. Then this is like a confirmation. Like, if you feel like this is something that really would take you and gives you space to grow, and it might be challenging, of course, there will always be challenges with it, but still you feel like, I still want to give it a go. I still want to do and try it. I still want to see, like, can I take myself to that level? Like, can I get uncomfortable, but then being comfortable with the uncomfort, and then actually creating this new space for myself? That's what I'm feeling. So that's for group number one. And the star card is just a big yes card as well. And Aquarius. So maybe Aquarius in your chart, or you're dealing with an Aquarius. All right, that was group number one. I'm gonna take a breather. I wanted to say. I'm gonna take a deep breath. All right. Let me see if I can get this quality up a little bit. All right. Let's dive into group number two. You guys have the devil. It's kind of the complete opposite of the star card, but the devil is here. Taking a step back. Where are you taking a step back to? You have the Seven of Emotions. That's the Seven of Cups in a tarot. You have, I love this. Came out already today in a personal reading that I did. A new start is coming with this new moon energy that I spoke about in the beginning, you know, that Scorpio new moon that's coming up. A new start is coming. Then you have very strong energy to say do not back down. Don't back down. And you have the North Node. Wow, it's a complete opposite of number one. They had the South Node. You guys got the North Node energy. They say step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. So, your comfort zone. And I always say this, you know, I mentioned it a lot on my channel. It's like anything, no matter how healthy or beautiful or loving or complete opposite, scary, uncomfortable, toxic, anything, if you stay in it long enough, can become your comfort zone. You know, some people are so afraid for things going right for them because they know how it feels when things go wrong, and they get comfortable with at least knowing like it's gonna be shit. Like I'm gonna have to do this 3 times, or I'm gonna have to, you know, it's okay, like I'm used to this. But what if it works out? And then what if you really gain it? And what if you really achieve that? And what if you really like have a best business that's booming? What if you then lose it? Like that's the thing. Anything can become a comfort zone at one point, no matter how, you know, good it is or not. And that is something to look within. Sometimes it's something minor that can actually have a major effect on all kinds of, you know, either relationships in your life or how you look at yourself and how you present yourself to the world. And with the Seven of Cups as well, into a little bit deeper, they're saying your angels are asking you to make a very important decision that you've been putting off. It's likely you know which choice you should make, but you're procrastinating so you don't upset someone else. Ask heaven for guidance and then make the choice that celebrates who you truly are. So that's definitely what I'm feeling as well. I'm gonna put this down a little bit because I feel like I'm yelling. Sorry, guys. But you see, that's the thing that they're letting you know. Like sometimes we feel like we're staying around because the person is kind of going through a bad period, and you know, it's like you want to be loyal, you want to be there for somebody, whether that's romantic or not. But what if it ends up always, you know, just draining you and draining you and draining you? Then when is that? Is it enough that you gave enough to the situation for you to say, I it's okay to choose me. It's okay that I just spend time and energy on the things that help me grow and the things that make me happy and the things that make me a better person. And it doesn't always mean I have to completely self-sacrifice or procrastinate into making a decision that I know I have to make one day, but maybe I can wait just a little bit longer. Maybe I can just do it, you know, because you just don't want to hurt somebody. And that's really hard, you know. Yes, you can call it like people pleasing, but sometimes it's also because someone is just really close to your heart and that's just who you are. And you want to stay, but at the same time also know that you can grow. Once again, a little bit group number one energy, like that glass ceiling. So they're letting you know, like, hey, it's time. You know it's time. We know it's time. And, you know, you're allowed to put something else before the thing that kept you stuck. And you are really being guided to celebrate yourself and celebrate a new beginning. And also, wanting to take the step but then taking steps back is also really, you know, something that trying to basically show me for you. It's like they stand up for what you believe is right. Stand up for what you believe is right. And with the North Node, it's like out of your comfort zone. So it's like for some of you, especially with like this group, it's like you know that something is no longer really for you, or there's something that you want to change, but at the same time you also don't want to upset nobody or hurt nobody. Not that you fear to do that. It's not about fear. It's just about the heart that you have, the loyalty that you have towards a company, towards a person, towards a friendship. But at the same time also know that down the line it's not really helping anyone. in a situation, and it's just prolonging the thing that you know that needs to be done in order to grow, in order to be happy. And that's tough. That's a tough choice to make, but know that when you do take it, that you're being guided and also that you're being supported, and that you actually will go places. Like, it's going to work out, it's going to be beneficial, it's going to prove to you that it was a good decision. And not that I feel like, sometimes staying in that situation and progressing, going through that phase, that has its purpose as well. It's not like, oh, you're doing something wrong or you're running time. It's like, no, now we're coming into a space where it's time, and you're allowed and you're being shown that it's okay. All right, that's group number 2. I hope that was helpful. It's this energy. It takes me up and down today. All right, let's move on to the last group, which is group number 3. Just quickly, I am available for personal readings. After the pick a card reading, I'm gonna do some personal readings. So if you want to get on my list in a good way tonight, um, then you can find the information in the description box. Okay, all right. So group number 3, 10 of Wands. Okay, let's talk about that. We have the bodies of water, the bodies of water. Full moon in Aries. Ooh, we just had that. Or we now? Yes, we just had that. A fiery climax approaches. No, we're still getting it. That's what I'm hearing. Are we still? Wow, I'm so confused. This is so not me. So unlike me. I think I'm a little bit overloaded with too much information, but come on. Yes, we did. Okay, there we go. You have the 5 of thoughts as well. 5 of thoughts, and then the emotions are running high with the super moon. Ooh, that super moon. We had 2 super moons this year. All right, let's see. So, 5 of thought. The path you were on seemed like the right one. Now you've run into a challenge. There's a better direction for you that will make you much happier in the end. Changes are necessary so that you can get back on track. Avoid negative people who are draining or who bring unwanted drama into your life. Okay, this is a group, and this energy that I'm feeling is really a little bit what I felt in the beginning as well. You need a moment. Okay, this is one of those weeks where, like, if you can count to 10, cute. If you can count to 20, even better. Because you might gonna need it here and there. Because the emotions run high. It's with the full moon and Aries that distract me instantly, wanted to take me away. So that's what I'm feeling, the distractions. It's like you are having a discussion about something, but then it's you end up having a fight about something that had nothing to do with a thing that actually either was spoke about, or that you started like having a discussion about it. Like, just it goes fire on fire is what I'm feeling, like seeing a Sagittarius and a Leo going at it, that energy. So I feel a fiery climax approaches and the emotions are running high. A lot of water, and like I said, this new moon is Scorpio on Monday. Like, I just feel like this energy's been is going to like take us places. And it's good. It's good because in order to know what you don't want, in order to know where you want to move away from, in order to know where you want to grow out of, and where what you want to change, you sometimes first need to know this isn't it, or this doesn't work for me. Oh, that definitely is something I'm gonna cross off the list of, like, never doing that again. And then, but sometimes it all kind of comes in one package, or like all in one week. And that's a little bit what I'm feeling. I feel like you've been working really, really hard to hold something together. And just be, and it almost feel like because you're like squeezing it all together, you're trying to keep it together, it kind of just all just feel like an explosion because it's just like, it's too much pressure on it. That's what I'm feeling. There's too much pressure on either you or the situation or the colleague, work situation, or you and your boss, or whatever way, shape, form, like something that you tried so hard to like keep your cool, keep your calm, keep your head focused, stay sharp, or not say it, hold it in, like, Scorpios can do, hold it in, and then it comes all out and somebody is shocked. you know that's the thing, that letting you know, take moments to breathe. If you do lose your cool, it's okay. You know, it's human. But understand that for you, and first and foremost, for you, it's most important that you take your space, that you take your breather, that you know that you are running, around the edge, like you're quite close to the edge here and there. And so, not for the other person, not for the situation. It's like, first and foremost, for you, you deserve to take a moment. You deserve to take a breather. You deserve to take space and some time. And that will definitely be beneficial. They're letting you know, spend time near water, such as the lake or a river or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. If you're running on low energy, a lot of times, you won't be as capable of keeping your calm, of keeping it together. But at the same time, sometimes we don't always have to have everything together. And knowing that it's okay, like you're human, you don't need to be perfect, you don't need to, always calm down the energy. Um, and it's okay to say no to drama this week. Like if you really are like, you know what, I just can't, take that breather, take that space, because it will be beneficial for everybody involved in the situation. That's just what I'm getting for this group. It's like, take breathers, take moments, take some space, okay? Um, you are getting back on track by knowing and feeling that you're off track for a little bit. And it could be, like I said, with a person, with work, with yourself, with your health, so they're just letting you know, like, hey, this is really, you see how this feels, this person or this thing, you see how it feels, you're getting uncomfortable, right? See, now you're a little bit off track, so should we like move here? Do you see how this feels? Like, that's a little bit of universe, what I'm feeling like. They're letting you feel how it feels on that side and here, and then you can focus on, hey, it's much better over here. I feel more calm, I feel more peaceful, I feel better, I feel more understood, I feel more like I have space again. So that's what I'm getting. All right, that was group number 3. That was the pick a card reading for this session. I'm now going to go over into the personal readings. So once again, I'm open for personal readings. I'm going to already have Ruby on my list. Let's see. I'm going to check in with PayPal in a bit to see if more people want it to be added. But for now, I can see that there's still space. And thank you so much. If this is where you're leaving the reading or you're leaving the live stream, then thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I just, I love doing these live streams. So thank you. And for everybody who's staying or is, continue to listen or wants the reading, then I'm going to get into that now. Okay, let's see. I have no idea why I'm doing it like this. It's much better like this. All right. Like so. Let's get these decks back together. Let me see. Oh, hi, Natasha. Hi. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I was already working on the emails today, and I'm going to get back to you because I'm working on your personal reading. So thank you for tuning in. You can expect that like within now in a few days it will be with you. Because I was like checking in if I had to like ask you for your date of birth. Yes, that's the way you say it. But I already found it in another email, so that's sorted. I got that. You're welcome. How are you doing? How are you feeling right now? Right, let me just quickly check this. I'm just quickly gonna tune into PayPal. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear you're doing much better. Yes, I'm okay. I'm going with the flow, but I'm okay. I'm good. Like, I'm good. All right. Well, I'm gonna check people again in a little bit. Right now, I have Ruby, so I'm gonna start with your reading. Oh, thank you. Of course, of course. I find it really, really important too, even if it's in small ways or whatever, like a live stream that I just, I can show up and just, connect with you guys and do the work. Don't really see it as work, but it's the light work. Yes. All right. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. I'm glad. I'm so glad that I was able to like help you. All right. Let's move into these personal readings. Let me take one sip of my water. All right, Ruby, are you in the live chat right now? Put it down a little bit. All right. I hope you are in the live stream right now, Ruby, because I'm about to jump into your reading. All right. No, that's okay. Like until like I have it send it to you, that you can always like email me with updates and things like that. But I think it's good. I think it's good that you're back in communication because at least you're getting some clarity. I think that's very important. Clarity is key these days. So I do definitely hope that, you know, that's going to bring that first and foremost, the clarity, and then see how to move on moving forward. So if you want to send me any updates, because I love how you just type away. I love that. It's like reading a short story. So you can always send it to me. Like I said, I'm still working on it. I haven't recorded it yet. So if you feel like I want to send some extra things around it, you can always send updates. That's okay. All right. I hope Ruby is in the chat, because I don't. I hope so. Maybe it's a little bit of a problem. All right. Ruby, are you in the live stream right now? Because I hope so, because I want to start your reading. I mean, I could do your reading. You can watch it afterwards, but I really prefer for you to be here. All right. Candace, I see your thing came in. My voice. See your thing came in. I'm going to add you to the list as well. Thank you for that. Because if Ruby isn't here, then maybe I can start off with Candace reading, because I want to make sure that Ruby is in the live stream. All right, I'm sorry guys, I was just double checking something. I always said it, like, I need an assistant. Sometimes I have a hard time, you know, multitasking. I always forget, like, I actually have to, like, talk and, like, while I'm zoomed out. All right. Candace, are you in the live stream right now? I hope my mic is working. Okay. Let me double check. Um, Candace, are you in the live stream right now? I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to refresh the page. I'm just gonna quickly pull a oracle card. All right, Candace or Ruby, are you in the live stream right now? We have true love energy coming through. This is just a collective card. It says, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. I do really feel in the collective, like, people are, like, thinking about what type of partnership would I want. Maybe I am missing out on a partnership, or maybe I'm ready for a partnership. Maybe I'm ready for, like, a new step, a new thing. And that is something I've been sensing collective. Of course, like I said before, around like everybody says, like around wintertime, people want to sort of boo up, with the holidays and things like that. But I do definitely feel that we had like this great like breakup season, like marriages of like over 20 years, and people freeing themselves. And I really do feel like there's this whole new wave of new type of connections coming, new type of partnerships, really next level partnerships. So that is something that I am sensing that's coming in. And it's also because you're looking at partnerships, or like overall romantic relationships, in a new light, in a new way, open up to a deeper level. But I also feel like we all have kind of been doing the inner work in order to have those type of deeper connections. So that's something for the collective that I've been feeling. So definitely for people who are like open to meet someone new, these coming months is definitely a season of meeting someone on like a deeper level. All right. All right, Candace, I'm glad to hear that you're here. I'm gonna jump into your reading. If you could send me your question, because I was waiting for Ruby, but I think maybe she has like a little bit of a maybe an issue or a problem with the connection. So hopefully she will jump back in a little bit. All right, let's just tune into Candace energy. Instantly, the mood lightens up. Let's see. Maybe you don't have a question, Candace. That's also possible, but let's just tune in. Let's see. All right, general guidance. Okay. All right. First and foremost, we have the death card energy. So this is definitely energy of like transformation, closing out one chapter, opening up a new. This definitely that Scorpio season. I'm keep hearing, I don't know, Ken, if you met someone new or that you made an impact on someone, but I keep hearing pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. It was a pleasure to meet you. Like that's what I keep hearing, Cannons. I don't know. Like I said, you maybe met someone new or for work or whatever, and you kind of left an impression, or someone did that like for you. But that's just something with the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if you're in the market like that, but that and the Wheel of Fortune. Now that's what I call a new chapter and a new beginning. It's like it's not even a fresh chapter anymore. It's like a whole new book. It's like we're going to throw this one away, starting a new book. Look at that, Two of Pentacles. There's some overlapping time. Some overlapping time. I feel like my nose starts itching so badly. Um, what I feel is that one sec, because the words are still coming in. I feel overall it's like there's one side of you and then there's this other side of you that you like, either like for example your spiritual practice, like maybe like you meditate or you do manifestation writing and or gratitude journal, things like that. Your spiritual practice, things that you kind of just keep to yourself. And the thing is that like you kind of looking at a little bit deeper, a little bit closer of like how to integrate a little bit more in your outside world, instead of keeping it separate and kind of juggling two sides of you in public all the time, or one in public and one in private. And I'm not saying like you're not being yourself, but it's just a side of yourself. And I feel like with the Hermit card and the Queen of Wands, you kind of want to integrate a little bit more in like your day to day. You don't want things to be the separate, what I'm feeling in some way, shape, or form. So that is what I'm seeing, like that transition period of like just showing up differently, but also give them advice or things like that. And I do really feel like you really are good at that. You're good at setting an example. You're good at taking the lead with something. Only you had to sort of waking up to your own leadership, skills basically, and the qualities that you have within you. But it's like you're starting to become comfortable with that space for some reason. So, but that's because of life and life experiences and things you went through and things you healed from and things you are growing out of. Those things are valuable. Like some people love to, are inspired by that, or they can use your wisdom, and they can use your experience, and they can use your knowledge and things like that. So don't underestimate your own leadership position. Or you wrote me something in the chat. Yes. Well, that's exactly, that's good, because you're this is also a form of leadership, right? It's like taking lead of your own life instead of being, in a partnership. 5.5 years is quite a long time, and it's going to take some time to ease back. Well, not back in. I think ease into this new form of self, this new form of side of you. When we get into a relationship, and there's a version of you that you are in when you are in a relationship, right? It's like you are a partnership. You are, you know, you and the other person are a we, and you think differently, and also with future focused plans and things like that. When you get out of it, it's like that you in the relationship kind of stops working or existing, because you no longer are in that partnership. But then you can't go back to the person you were before that, because you learned and you grow and you evolved. And so finding and getting to know this new side of yourself and easing into this new side is a transition period. But I'm feeling definitely one that is very fruitful. And so that what you're feeling like, I'm good with being single for now. I kind of just want to date myself for a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I see that that's exactly where the I'm hearing where it's at the moment. So that's good. Let's see. Yep, Four of Cups. You're not ready. But here we have the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So once again, they're showing me like even in your practical ways, even in rent and all of that, like still there's this spiritual side to it. There's still this way of yes, you're part of the physical world, and bills and things like that are part of that, and we need to put food on the table and things like that. So a roof above your head. But I feel like you're looking for more meaning to it, meaning in general. Like there is more to it, and not feeling like that is like the ruling thing. I feel like a more spiritual side to you, and approaching things so much more from your feminine energy, much more creative. Yeah. Ooh, that's the Tower. So I have like this awakening energy around you. I don't know, like, let's see, why is the Tower here with the High Priestess and the Queen? Yeah. Okay. you know, just like what I'm feeling is like you're very magnetic. Once again, that energy is what I'm feeling, like you're growing so much in like one area of your life, and really in that own individualism. So like you and like how you, I don't know, you're just working on your relationship with yourself. And with that, it's like this magnet energy is what I'm feeling. Like with the Tower and then the King of Cups. Like, hello, King of Cups. you know, the Knight of Swords and the, which says like it's quick energy, it's quick communication. It's like a lot in like one little time. Like I said, like you're leaving an impression on people, because I feel like you're not looking. You're not like, oh, I'm ready to like jump back in that relationship, or I'm ready to jump into something new. And I feel just overall you just settling into this new phase in your life, because it's a phase, but it's an important one for you. And you settling in it and having so much peace and acceptance, or working towards that, really makes you super like attractive, like, and a like a magnet. What I'm feeling, your energy is like very magnetic, and I don't think that that's something you really focused on or worried about, because you are not looking, because you are not really that worried about whether you want, you know. Yes, that is exactly what I'm feeling from you as well, Candace. That energy, like needs to be more to life and things like that than just, get up, go to work, pay bills, and what's for dinner tonight. And I feel like you're looking in other places and with other people, and even if it's just people you follow online, like maybe you change your social media presence, like what type of people you follow, and you might, all of a sudden go, get really interested in a certain space in like the spiritual tree, right? In whatever shape or form. And then, you start surrounding yourself in a different way. You want to surround yourself with different type of people, different type of information, different type of art, different type of things, and that helps you settle into this new energy. It's really good. Okay, with the hangman as well, there's no need to rush through this phase as well, because it's very emotional fulfilling. Like, I see like this King of Cups, and you have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, wow. Okay, now life is giving you back. Like, give energy to life. Look at that, the sun as well, and life will start bringing things back to you. That's what I'm feeling, because you're opening up doors. Look where you're going. Tree of Cups, celebration. You have the Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Star. So wow, that's so beautiful. So beautiful. I made her wear a star outfit. Because we have to censor our cards now. Like, girl. So I gave her like a star bathing suit. Anyways, you see, we like be creative with it. That's the thing. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm getting. It looks really, really, really good. It looks good, but like I said, it's a journey, it's a phase, and I feel like you have the right mindset. That doesn't mean you feel amazing about it every single day, and then you won't have your moments, and you won't take your trips down to memory lane. That's also totally fine. I see just overall your mindset is in the right place. You're focusing your energy on this healing. And like I said, healing is not linear. Like, you don't look like, oh, one step and another step and now I'm here and I'm healed. It's like it kind of goes up and down, and some weeks you make a lot of process, you feel really good about it, and you have maybe a little bit of an off week or a really bad week, and that's also okay, because that is good to feel those feelings, because you're working towards them. You're taking a deeper look at it in order to become aware, and then, you know, take a step forward again. And that is by itself, like I said, you have like this magnetic energy, but it's not to like a person or like, ooh, you look good, do you want to be, my partner? Do you want to make babies? It's not about that necessarily. It's also like life in general. Opportunities open up, people, you leave a certain impression. People call you, you get chosen for things, you are getting invited to certain opportunities, and that by itself, you're just opening up doors with this new energy that you're working on. So it's a great investment in this time, and right now for you. So I'm super proud of you, like, honestly, you're growing a lot, Candace. You really are growing a lot. Look, moving from a 5 of Cups into that sun energy. Love that. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad that it was helpful for you. I really do think that by itself, I used to have like quite a big channel, and then when I was live, like the messages go so quickly I couldn't even read it, and now it kind of transformed into this stage. I don't know if I go to the other stage again. I mean, my it it has its nice sides, but I definitely noticed, like, ever since 2020 happened, and a lot of us got shadow banned and things like that. I'm so grateful for the people who are still like here, like you, and we have Natasha as well, and we have Revender, and it's like all these people that show up consistently. I feel much more deeper connected at the same time. So, and I still do my personal readings, and that didn't really change. So, I'm super grateful for you guys. Mary, if you would like a personal reading, you're more than welcome. But I do have, payments tonight, and it wouldn't be fair for me to do a free reading for you when I, accept payments from other people. But I'm definitely planning on doing a free session, and like definitely this month or maybe December, like before the year ends. So keep an eye out for that. But like I said, like the information about that is in the description box, Mary. And also, when it comes to that, Mary, you gotta trust your own. Definitely, Ravanda, Soul Fam. um, Mary, you gotta trust your own intuition. If you have doubts, like, is that because you've been hurt in the past, or is it something that it's just a feeling that you keep on feeling? You gotta trust yourself. You gotta trust your intuition, Mary. If you feel like something's off, have no particular known reason why you might feel that way, if it comes from you, then, maybe you're just scared to trust again. The star. Okay. All right. Ruby or Barsad, like Ruby, are you in the chat right now? Really do hope so, that she's coming back online so I can do a reading. Oh, Revener, I now just got your PayPal payment, so I'm putting your name on the list as well. So if Ruby isn't here yet, then I'm gonna jump into your reading. Let me see if you... Oh, let me just quickly read what you wrote. All right, Ruby, let me get into your... sorry, Ravender, I'm gonna jump into your reading first because I think Ruby is not here. One sec, I have to place the mic like this. Okay. All right, I just read your question and I already had a feeling about it, but I think that it's just a tough situation, I'm gonna jump in to just see, but I feel overall, Ravender, is that somebody wants the cake and eat it too, and that is definitely a Pisces energy to do. So tough, not in the, like, the least most judgment way, but you've been with me, like, on my channel for so long that I'm a little bit protective over you by now. I'm a Cancer. And we went through many stages when it comes to these women, and I just I'm over it. Like I'm not over you or whatever. But with the Queen of Swords, like I really, wish for you to find that person that 100% commits and connects to you. But let's just see, you're learning a lot as well. You're learning a lot about yourself. You're learning a lot about love. You're learning a lot about loyalty and mostly like self-love and self-worth and value. So let me just tune in for a little bit. I'm gonna put some cards down. Let's see where this is going. I think more so what's the most important thing, Ravender, is basically that you become very aware of what you want from this situation. And I know, that even though you guys are at friendship level right now, because of circumstances, and you kind of took what you can get with like, with the Six of Pentacles as well. It's like, I have this to offer. Well, I guess then, I'll just take that, the Page of Pentacles. But I really do feel that this is one of those situations where, I'm not like, I never tell you what to do. I'm just saying what I am feeling strongly is that you are, I don't want to say like you're getting played in some way, shape, or form, but the thing is that you've showed up, you've been vulnerable, you showed your intentions, and then that other person was kind of vibing in that way, showing up in that way, and then something else happened. We gave you all the reason to be like, you know what, you figure that out. I'm just gonna distance myself, and I'm going to like focus on that. And what I feel is that it's not fair towards you. That's just what I'm feeling. I feel like you just deserve like clarity, especially with this Ace of Swords. Like you deserve the clarity to know like what is it, instead of one week like we're just talking as friends, and the next like you kind of are, off. And so then it puts you in a situation of like, okay, I know what we're doing, and then like I don't know what we're doing, and then it's like getting your hopes up and then like putting it a little bit down, trying to navigate through these energies. And I feel like that is just, you know um we can control other people, we can control like how they're acting, of we shouldn't really judge it too much either. I'm just saying for you, like, like what eventually do you want to get out of this? Are you capable of um going with this flow, or do you need to be more vocal? Like if we're going to be friends and you want me as like in a friend level, and you're want to on a romantic level figure it out over there with that person, then I want that to be consistent. I don't want it to one week be like this and then like that, or question it. So if you can't give me that in a consistent way, then I rather like remove myself from the situation. That's something that I'm reading various cards, but like the complete opposite energy, from super like flowy and very dreamy Pisces energy to like the complete opposite of no, it's like this and it's like that, and it like goes up and down. It goes up and down in that way. So definitely, I'm sensing that slowly but surely, it's by you expressing yourself, you having the boundaries, you going about it in that way, whether it's first just energetically. Um, Slowly but surely, I do see that there's more consistency in it, because we go from the Page of Pentacles and then we are here into the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, let's see just what else comes up after this. We have the Ten of Cups with the Empress and the Strength card. So it's really, really, really good cards. Because what I feel with this is that you're sometimes we really put someone in like a power position, almost like, right? What they choose, what they want, what they do is like sort of affects us, like, in that way, like, they are making the decisions and it has effect on our lives. And I feel you really are working on and going through, especially once again with this situation, for example, it's like you're learning how to not just be depending on what the world or what people are willing to sort of offer you, you know? Yeah. Wait one sec, because I do want to integrate your messages. Oh, don't worry. I'm glad you're here, Ruby. I'm glad you're here. I called your name a couple times, but I'm definitely going to do your reading after I finish Revenue's reading, all right? Glad you're back. And you're fat. So that's like, you ate. That's always good, especially if Scorpio in your chart. Scorpio first needs to eat. All right, sorry. Moving back to Ravener. Um, show me who she is, and I believe then I don't. Yeah. Well, that's good. But I still feel a little bit of like a transition period. But definitely that energy that you are talking about right now is something I picked up as well. It's like I'm no longer like just take what you give me and that's what I'm getting. I feel like you're definitely are breaking some cycles, and with that one's energy puts you in a very visible, so people energetically visually feel attracted to you, you know like they can sense your energy in like a good way, not just low frequency people that want you to play with them in like the low frequency beneath the surface. It's like you want to be seen out there, like you're out, you want that to be out in the open. That's what I'm hearing. So with the Nine of Pentacles and the World card as well, I'm sensing this emotional connection, emotional feelings and things like that come from no longer the chase. You're not running after anything anymore. I love this Empress energy showing up, Yes, it can mean many, many things, pregnancies and things like that. But when the Empress shows up in a reading like this, I always feel very strongly. The Empress is comfortable with their own words. She knows what she has. It's fruitful, but she's built that place. And she is very approachable. Like people can come and you can have conversations. You can even offer her things. But she's not going to leave this throne to go and chase people in her garden. Like, hi, I'm here, but you gotta find me. You gotta catch me in your own garden. It's like, no, I'm not out. I'm not out here running crazy, chasing and, convincing you of my worth. I am here. I'm comfortable where I'm at. You're welcome. I'm approachable, but I already know my worth. So I'm not gonna like chase, gain more, or whatever way, shape, or form, uh, convince people of what I have to offer. And that's what I'm feeling like you really are working about. And that's also what you're being very clear in your energy about. I'm not going to be a homewrecker, but I'm also not going to like, be the side thing going on. And that's the thing about the Pisces energy. I'm not saying all Pisces are like that. It's just like they can be dual, and so there could be two situations, both equally um, authentic, equally emotionally involved, but at the same time it's not fair for the other two people involved. So it's like that's what I'm feeling. But I think that it could benefit, the situation could benefit, you could benefit, they can benefit from a moment of standstill. Just something that creates a little bit of that distance, a little bit of more of like that space, not only for yourself, but also for you and the other person. But that's just something that I'm sensing energetically. But that's completely up to you. But that's how I'm feeling. But with this world card, it's like it's a new, fresh beginning. Like You're ending out this cycle of, like I said, the outside sources and other people's decisions, and they want to stay in the dark, so you gotta kind of just have to stay in the dark with them. It's like you're done. You just want to be out there, seen. You know, it's not like you want to be out there, like, the start a YouTube channel, and you could be, but I'm just saying it's more like I want to just be open, and I don't want to hide, and I don't want to feel like I have to be, just because you are so emotionally intelligent, so emotionally understanding, and just so open-minded, doesn't mean that you always have to integrate those qualities to just have a normal existing like connection. Just because you're capable doesn't mean you always have to do the most, you know. Just because you can show up and do the hard work doesn't mean that everything always have to be this hard, or just, endless like fights and battles that you have to overwin. So you have a victory over something that you feel ready to cut with. And I think it is a cycle. And this person, was just similar lessons in a different, form, but it was similar, connected to the same lessons that you were learning. So it all enhances your growth eventually. That's what I'm feeling. I'm gonna get an oracle card for you. What else for Lavender? Let's see. What else for Lavender? Oh, there we go. You have intuitive nudges. Intuitive nudges, Lavender. Intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves and the universe and our divine spirit. So, you have very strong intuition. I know this, you know this, we all know this, and it's important for you to like trust it. And you said, like, she showed me the colors, I saw it, and I trust it. Like, I'm not gonna like make it more beautiful. And that's the thing, you are growing, you are learning, and trust your intuition with that. Trust the guidance that you're receiving at this moment in time. Trust what feels good. Every person shows up, even if it's, for a reason. Sometimes they stay like just a season, and sometimes they stay for a very long period of time, have like a little bit of impact. Some people stay very short, have a great impact. But it all, helps you grow and evolve, and it just all teaches you something that holds purpose. Can I get an angel message for Ravenda, please? Thank you. Choose freedom. Oh yes, indeed. Choose freedom. That's the, you know. Let me see. Choose freedom. Sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. You could feel free from the obstacles that you're so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you might act upon. Okay? This week, try to visualize for yourself what it would feel like, your perfect like type of partnership. What does it even look like for you? Really try to just envision that for yourself. Not the person, like maybe, yeah, maybe what they would look like, but it's not about this. Like, what would it feel like? What do they feel like? And just try and take a moment for yourself to see, like, if that is even a different vision that you used to have, where you would focus on what type of partnerships, and have a couple of keywords, a couple of keywords that come with that. Move away from the drama. Step away from the red flags, okay? No, I'm just saying, choose freedom. It's not bad, it's like harmony and balanced energy. All right, Ravanda, I hope that was helpful. Yes. Just homework for you, okay? I never give people homework, but you got homework. What would it feel like? What would be the ideal partnership? Nine of Pentacles. All right. I'm going to jump into Ruby's reading now. So thank you, Ravana, so much for letting me read for you as always. I really do hope that it was helpful. And we're still out here. We're still out here. I always said, like, one day you will join in one of my live streams and be like, girl, I found the one, girl. This is it. I know. We already know. It's not about, like, that's the end all be all and that's the only, way to get happy. It's like in a relationship, it's not about that. It's just that Revener deserves one of those relationships, partnerships. Just do. You're ready. And long you step away from the red flags. Move away. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's focus on the energy for Ruby. Yes. Thankfully. And I appreciate you. I really do. Oh, in the LGBTQ fam. Keep it in the fam over here. Yes, Natasha, I would, but you know, you also, have a pending reading, so you can always just put it in there if you want that. But if you want something for tonight, that's also totally fine. All right, Ruby, I actually started shuffling for you earlier on. That's why I shuffled with different decks for different people, because this one already had your energy in it, and I already had 3 cards for you. So let me just jump into that. I'm gonna. Oh, damn it! 1 sec. Water bottle. Let's see if I can get it up. Yes, I got it. All right. All right, I need a quick sip of water. Okay, let's tune in. So what I am sensing, first and foremost, Ruby, is that this is really good time for you where you are doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of inner work. I'm hearing like deep feminine work of the feminine, in the shadow feminine work is what I'm hearing constantly. Where you're freeing yourself of certain ways of viewing yourself. And I feel that because, as you also stated in your question in the PayPal, comment thing, it's like you always kind of felt like you were on the outside. And so from the outside looking in, often we feel that we're not fitting in, meaning that we're different or we're missing something or missing a key, or that we have something that makes us not fit in, and so we're on the outs. And that is a belief system, and like I said in the beginning, when it comes to, I think it was the second deck group, during the pick a card reading, it's like anything at one point can become a comfort zone. If we are becoming comfort with being seen as like either like the black sheep of the family or someone who's just different and not like them, that can become a comfort zone. If that can become a shield as well. We can feel like, if we have this outlook, and then if someone makes us feel that way, then it's not new, it's familiar. Even though it's uncomfortable, it can become a comfort zone. And what I'm seeing is like you unraveling certain stories about yourself, because I feel like it's possible to rewrite a story or just move into a next chapter, move into a new phase into your life where maybe you are becoming more comfortable with expressing yourself and showing up and sharing how things make you feel and why you look at the world in this way or in that way, or why you feel um, either less strongly about things they care about, or vice versa, why in certain things you just feel very, what you feel just very strongly about, and that may be misunderstood. And it's also by looking at um, like, I don't really feel that you necessarily are on the outside as much as you might feel. Even though, yes, there could be like, there could have been fights, and like you said, you have not been in contact. But just because there's no contact, that doesn't mean that there's no energetically connection. And I feel that that connection is still there. Even though there's a disconnect in the level of understanding and understanding that connection and knowing exactly what it sort of is, but I am seeing like still that attachment. So even though we don't call, and even though you may not be in contact, and even though you feel like there's this distance between either you and your mom or other family members, and just because there is a difference in where you are in a frequency level, and how you view the world, it doesn't mean that you don't have this energetic connection, because you do, and that is still there, and that is very much still alive, is what I'm hearing. um, and what I'm feeling is that you're working on this, and you've been working on this, but there's something they also want me to really mention for you. It's like you are allowed to be vulnerable. You're allowed to share these emotions, because you have a really big heart, even though maybe, not a lot of people get to experience that. Even though I do feel like there might be some over compromising with other people about this, but you you have really big heart, and you care, and you feel very things very, very deeply. And it doesn't always have to be um, that it's something that is negative, or that you are weird, or that you are wrong for that, or just because people won't show that, or people might make you feel like you do not feel that deeply, that you, because you don't really show your emotions, is how the misconnection happen. Like they see your face, might think that you're not that sad, or you're not that touched by it, even though you are. I mean, it's really hard sometimes to translate that into the our world, and people being able to feel and see that. And so working on how to being able to translate what's going on within, first and foremost, how you can learn to understand that, but also like how to learn to express it, and not feel like that is something you have to hide, or that is something that you have to hold back up on. But also being honest, like, I am aware that people have a hard time seeing that I'm, either tired or overwhelmed, or that I'm stressed, or that I'm hurt, or that I do feel alone. I like being able to, yes, exactly. But that's the thing. It is important to make people aware that you are aware, that sometimes it may seem like you're not feeling this or feeling that or whatever, but you are. And by saying that, making people aware, giving them an opportunity to give you that level of understanding, so they can try to learn to understand you, and that you can also learn to understand them. on a deeper level. And it doesn't mean they have to be equal. It doesn't mean you have to, or well, you know, the same, and that you do things in the same way. They have to become different or more like them in order to fit in. It's about learning how to love each other for your differences and giving a level of understanding by, especially when it comes to certain people. You know, not everybody is for us, and that's totally okay. And sometimes, yes, those people do exist inside, you know, our bloodlines and our families. But when it comes to people that, even though you're so different or so each other's opposite, or not really likely to really understand each other, really get along, that doesn't mean that there are not certain ways that we can learn to deal with that, where we can actually turn it into a very toxic situation or very hurtful situation, actually to a beneficial situation for both of you, and create a space where you both can grow. And that is most important thing to start off with, healing and a connection in that way, is to become aware of their maximum capacity of understanding, and actually not looking at it in the way of, this is what I needed and this is what you gave me, you know, and that hurts, you know, especially as a child, in whatever way, shape, or form. Like, this is what I needed, but this is what you were giving me. And that growth and learning how to close that gap a little bit more, what is becoming aware, what was the maximum capacity of this person in that time. Maybe it was really their max, and so they gave you everything they had, even though that wasn't enough. The older we get and the more comfortable we become with our own emotional and our own vulnerability, the more we're able to close that gap, and it doesn't feel so much as a neglect as it used to. That's the work that we do with people who are worth trying to make that work. It doesn't mean that we're not allowed, that we not should make them aware that, hey, this is where I was at, this is where you met me, but I'm willing to meet you here to show that I get it. But it doesn't mean I need to space. I'm not blaming you for it, but I do want to express that this used to make me feel like that. And I'm not making you feel like the bad guy or don't want you to feel guilty about it. I just want you to understand that I'm trying to understand you and love you for who you are and your capacity of understanding me. But I also need you to understand that I just need to be able to express how it made me feel. And that's something that you first need to be comfortable with in order to get that work done. And so that's just something that I felt like, let me just throw it on the table, you know. I'm just gonna throw that one on the table because that's something that I was constantly channeling, and you know, it's a tough one. Um, but if I look deeper into this connection, it really, you know, has a lot to do with you, with your inner work just as much, and it's just a part of your lesson and part of the ability for you to grow, you know. You're so welcome, Ruby. And that's the thing. It's like I 100% understand where you're at, and I've also had to do similar work, you know. And I don't want you to look at yourself like, just because you have, you know, Pluto going on in your chart and Scorpio, and I know I have a Scorpio Pluto myself, you know. um, that means that, oh, that's the reason why we're on the outs, that's the reason why people don't, you know, why we can't connect with people, or why we are different, and that has to be something negative. It is challenging, and it can definitely bring about a lot of tough situations, you know. Yes, please go, please do that, you know. And just, even though you don't have to show up in all the words, just show up energetically with an open heart, like this. Doesn't mean we don't, that you guys won't have to have the conversations and things like that, but if you show up with your cup today, with your big heart and that energy of care, you know, it's like, it doesn't matter, I'm here, you know, then I'm 100% sure it will just only bring healing. And it doesn't have to heal everything or make everything better, but it's about the moments that it matters. Let me get one more card. Look at that. You have the High Priestess, you have the Page of Wands, the Emperor, Knight of Pentacles, exactly. This is where you're going. Like, you taking on this, basically this role of like, I'm gonna do the thing that's right for everybody involved. This is the position that you're taking on. And you felt this, your intuitive energy was also kind of just try to nudge you towards that. That's also why you ended up here today. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles, slowly but steady, one moment at a time. But you're coming with the right intentions. And, when you come with the right intentions and take it one day at a time and you're showing up in an open energy, like I said, you can definitely, still have your things and it needs to be spoken about, but it doesn't all have to happen in one night. You're showing up in the right intention, and that's all you need to do. Even though if they feel like they want to talk or whatever, just show up, and then we'll go from there. But keep on doing the work when it comes to being comfortable with learning how to express yourself, not necessarily in order for people to 100% understand you. It's just you getting comfortable with being able to express yourself, because that's going to help you a lot with looking at yourself in a different light, and that's going to put you on a pathway of like a lot of healing and being able to cope with things in a different way, which gives you the opportunity to actually build things moving forward. Because I feel like you build something, you kind of break it down, going back and forward. But like I said, there are different ways to roam, but you will get to roam. That's definitely, maybe even physically, but you know what I'm saying. You try it one way, now you're trying a new way, and then you try a different way, and it gets you further and further ahead on your journey. Let me see. I'm gonna get a spirit message for you. What can I get for Ruby? Oh, it's so beautiful. Ancestor wisdom. Yeah, we got a lot of ancestors coming to you. And you had someone in your family who was just like you. Just like you. you know. Here we have, we are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you did. We ask you at this point in time to learn and grow from our experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you and continue to evolve here in the spirit world. So you definitely have a lot of other bloodline connections that are, you know, very much in connection with you, that are very much in alignment with you, and you are continue to do the work that they used to do. So that's something I am feeling. It's like all little pieces to the puzzle. So you belong. That's what I'm feeling. You definitely belong. Yes. Beautiful, though. That is beautiful. And you're part of it. Part of that. 100%. All right. Yes. Definitely. And you are doing the shadow work, which only makes you a better healer, but it's not easy work. It's not an easy job, you know. And I 100% can testify to that, but it's also definitely, it's not something you cannot handle down, down the line. Like, it puts you, it takes you places, but it's because you built for that. Even though the experience, it's like, even though the experience that you've had with having to feel like you are on the outs, that even benefits to becoming a better healer. Because understanding someone, sometimes even bringing a level of understanding to someone, and being able, because where you are at, I've been at, you know So it's like a certain journey we'll have to walk through in some way, shape, or form. Some deeper or longer than others, but understanding someone on an energetic level is one thing, but to understand someone as well on an emotional level, based on experiences, based on stored emotions, and understanding that sometimes can be very healing. And you do that for people. You are doing that for people on a daily basis. You doing that for people. But now you're going to bring healing to something that, you know, will be a shift. So if you want to, you can share your experience with me. You can always email me if you want to do that. If not, you can completely feel free to do whatever you feel comfortable with. But I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. And you're going, if you feel like I want to go today, you 100%. I'm going to send some good energy with you. Definitely. But come with an open heart, because you have such a big heart. Like you have this ability to really like love, and you love very deeply, you know. uh that's beautiful. You see, that is beautiful. And if people are not ready to receive that, that has nothing to do with you. But doesn't mean that you cannot be open in order to give it. It's like that, what I spoke about with Revener as well. It's like you are in your garden, you get comfortable there. You're open, you're approachable, but you're not out here chasing people and convincing them of your love. It's like you just show up, you appear, you know? I'm glad. That's like most important thing for me, you know? I want you to feel personally like connected and seen. So thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm so glad you came to me today. And I'm glad that I went live, because I really felt like not only being able to really like do some good work today, but also you guys do a lot for me. And you guys have been like showering me today with messages. Um, and so I really, really love and appreciate you guys. Oh, and nobody is alone. Like we're all in this, simulation together. Okay, we're doing our best. We're trying our best. And that's enough. All right. Thank you so much. I'm gonna sign out now. For people who watch this afterwards, thank you for listening all the way to the end. And people who are still here, thank you for joining me. Thank you for letting me read for you guys. Thank you for trusting me. I really appreciate that. And I'll be back soon. Just take it easy these days, okay? It's a little crazy out there. Like, take it one day at a time, okay? Mwah. Bye, guys. I love you. Bye bye.